Alright guys, so Fula with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. So, in this video, man, I was going to wait until tomorrow to do the my prediction on this fight. Not many people are talking about this fight between Sean Porter and Yordenis Ugas. And I guess I can see why they're not talking about it, due to the simple fact that, the way Sean Porter fights is not really appealing to a lot of people. He has a fighting style that, although he brawls, it's just like a brawling in the sense that, it's a lot of activity but little damage, basically, when you really think of it in the scheme of things. One thing I want to say is that, for the casual fan, they like seeing the blood, they like seeing the guts, they like seeing the knockouts, right? That's their thing. But they don't like seeing a fighter that, is like just being active. They rather see a punching bag, basically. And the thing is with Sean Porter's style, although you would think that these people would become punching bags, it necessarily does not equate to them becoming punching bags. They may get clipped here and there, but it never really results into, let's just say a accumulation of punches. I mean, when you really look at how Sean Porter fights, you can say that a lot of his fights, and the reason why he wins the fight, is just due to his high level of activity. That guy is just really a busy fighter. That guy barely takes any rounds off when you really think of it, in the scheme of things. So, when you look at Sean Porter's resume, he does have an impressive resume. He fought the likes of Danny Garcia, he fought the likes of Keith Thurman, he fought the likes of Kell Brook, he fought the likes of, at this point you can't really consider him the real deal. He fought Mr. About Billions, Adrian Broner, right? In the Keith Thurman fight, it was a close fight, and Keith Thurman came out on top, but being that it was a close fight, I still got to give him credit for that, because Keith Thurman was the guy at the division at the time, right? And the Kell Brook fight, what Kell Brook did, and I'm going to cook off of this later, Kell Brook used his height, used pot shots, and used his overall strength to kind of win that fight, because when you look at the Kell Brook fight, he was holding a lot in that fight. Kell Brook held a lot. And if a guy is holding you a lot, you are going to get tired out, because he's not only holding you, he's basically out-muscling you. And so that out-muscling will get you tired, man. You'll pretty much get winded, basically, from, being out-muscled, man. That's just the way it is. Now, when you look at Yordenis Ugas, right? Yordenis Ugas I mean, I support my Cubans, you know, like everybody knows. You can see my avatar to know that this African right here supports his Cubans. But there are some question marks with your Dennis Ugas. The thing is because when you look at like his amateur pedigree, he has a very great amateur pedigree. I mean, bronze medal at the Olympics, world championship, world champion in amateur boxing, this, that, and the other. But we all know that, you know, that doesn't necessarily translate to the pros. And with him, I can say that it's kind of not really translated to the pros because, you know, he has 3 losses, right? But none of his losses came from stoppages. But the thing is about his losses is those losses were in the lower weight classes, you know. That's what I will say about him. Like, so what this tells me, this is an indication that he was weight draining himself to make weight. You know, and the thing is, too, there were other probably personal things that were going on that kind of contribute to losses. I mean, I think his wife was sick. You know, him living in Miami, you know, that, I mean, honestly, you know, I'm not going to even front. You put a Cuban in Miami, you know, and it's just going to be distractions, man. And that's just it, you know. I mean, some can stay focused there. Some can really stay focused, tune in, and get what they need done there. You know, some are very capable of doing that, without a doubt, right? Now, fast forward, he moves to Las Vegas. I mean, he took like 2 years off of boxing, I want to say, off of professional boxing. Moved to Las Vegas, hooks up with Ismael Salas, moves up to 147, seems to have a resurrection in his career. Now, granted, the level of competition he is fighting at 147 isn't that great. You know, this is a complete big step up in competition, okay? But something tells me he's up to the task. And what I say is that he has the Cuban school of boxing and moving, but I wouldn't call him a pure outside boxer, okay? He's more of a mid-range boxer puncher fighter. That's what I would say. When he has you hurt, he applies a fury of punches, you know, and so that's what I think. This is what I feel can be a strength to him, because if he's mid-range fighting, right, this could mean that, you know, Sean Porter will get caught with some things, right? Will get caught on the counter, and then in getting caught on the counter, you know, your Dennis Ugas will have to capitalize off of that. You know, that's what he'll have to do. He'll have to really work. And if he can capitalize off of that, then, hey, you know, he may have something there, you know. Another thing about Ugas, though, that maybe I worry about a little bit is the power, you know, but granted, he started knocking more dudes out more recently once he moved up to 147. So maybe we can say that, you know, he's finding he found his weight class, basically. He found what's comfortable for him, you know. And in finding what's comfortable for him, he's able to, you know, get more knockouts, basically, right? So, what I have to say is that Ugas is the taller fighter. Ugas is the longer fighter. He has to use that to his advantage if he's going to be successful. You know, when Sean Porter comes in with his head down, it has to be boom, 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 boom. You know, with Ugas's skill, you know. Yes, Ugas is more technically sound than Sean Porter. But the thing that worries me is that he'll get gnawed down. Because Sean Porter, granted, he's not tall as Ugas. He's wider than Ugas. And I think he may be a bit stronger physically than Ugas. That remains to be seen. And he's stockier, you know what I mean? So these are the kind of concerns I have with this, you know. Because I'm going for Ugas. I want Ugas to win this fight. But I don't know if I mean, there's some question marks. And the main question mark I have is him being gnawed. You know, just gnawed away after round after round after round. I don't know how he did with his stamina. Basically, his stamina training, his conditioning training. But I just hope whatever he did, it's enough for him to really put on a clinic. Really show something that we haven't seen. Because, I mean, a lot of people are writing him off. You know, a lot of people don't feel that he's going to be, like, really a threat with Sean Porter. You know, a lot of people are feeling that this guy is just going to, like, be ran through in the word of words. But I just hope, I hope what I see, you know, in Ugas is going to, like, manifest in the fight, you know. And the prediction I have, I'm just gonna say it. I got Ugas for the upset, 12-round decision, very close on the scorecard, split decision, 115, 113, 115, 113 for Ugas, and then the other one for Porter, then the split decision, 115, 113 for Ugas. That's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? It can be completely 360 the opposite, you know what I mean? But if I'm wrong, it means I gotta eat crow. But just looking at stylistic matchups, looking at the fact that, you know, if Ugas was just like a straight out pure outside boxer, then I wouldn't give him any chance. But the fact that he does have some things that may give him a chance in the mid-range area and in the close-range bodywork area, I gotta give my Cuban guy a chance, you know. Let's hope the spirit of Antonio Maceo is with Comrade Ugas on Saturday. If not, it means Sean Porter did his thing, and it will mean that he can't back off of collision courses with other champions like Errol Spence. That's all I got for now, guys. Leave your comments and your thoughts about this fight. On Jihad Ahmed.